Cell phones in the air. Yeah. I open up my eyes to the world and I see got a lot of guns and they aiming at me. As they say, I love the church, I don't care about the streets. That's so far from the truth, why they lying on me? I'm where I'm supposed to be, trying to play my role. Staying faithful to the gospel, seen a lot of growth. Been a lot of testimonies all around the globe. And I ain't bragging, that's from rapping about what God has spoke. There used to be a gift, now it's criticized. If my heart is for the church, why is this a crime? Whatever happened to the days when the minstrel's pride was speaking life into their body, I'm a bit surprised. Better recognize, church got my eyes on the streets. Looking at the world with their eyes on me, what they talking about, Jesus is for everybody, Jesus is for everybody. Boy, got my eyes on the rich, looking at the trap boys and the life of a prince, what they talking about, Jesus is for everybody, Jesus is for everybody. My eyes to the church and I see them automatic weapons and they aiming at me. Say I'm preaching to the choir, people dying in the streets. You be preaching to them too if you seen them lately. No doubt it's in my mind, it's making perfect sense. Am I doing something wrong, talking to the saints? I'm just giving it my all and I'm in my own skin while I'm building up the body, walking in His grace. But while I'm talking to the church, I hope they overhear. We want the whole world to know we over here. I'm talking from the lawyers and the doctors to the corners with the choppers to the homies in the barber chair. My whole career looking at the church, got my eyes on the streets. Looking at the world with the eyes on me, what they talking about, Jesus is for everybody, Jesus is for everybody. Boy, got my eyes on the rich, looking at the trap boys and the life of a prince, what they talking about, Jesus is for everybody, Jesus is for everybody. I stand in my own defense. I had a brief talk with Kanye West. Dinner with Nick Cannon, only told my friends the issue with Tech 9 a little more complex. And I can tell you were impressed, I'm talking with the stars. What could instead have found?
Yeah, we back, baby.
Something's wrong with my maturity,
yeah, y'all. What it do, y'all? It's my boy, the truth, man. We had to get it in today, y'all. It's a good day, man. I hope y'all having a good, what's today, Tuesday, guys, man. I know your partner is, man. It's been a very, very, very good day, guys, which is pretty good. One second. We are now live on LinkedIn, too, y'all. So we everywhere, y'all. Do me a favor, guys, share this out. Share this out if you don't mind, guys, real quick. We talking about something that's really, really deep, guys. So do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Do that, guys, real quick. Now let me go ahead and put on my theme music real fast, guys. You have to begin a little bit with my partner real fast. The truth, man. Shout out to Emmanuel Lambert. Is his government name. But yeah, here we go, guys. Let's dive into what's really going on. Come on now, come on. There we go. All right, y'all. Well, y'all like, share, subscribe today, guys. We're gonna talk about something really good today. It's really good. I think you guys are gonna like it a lot. Okay. So share it out if you don't mind. And this is going to be a good one. We are continuing our series real quickly, guys, on this digital banking thing. What's going on with the government, guys? My whole thing about it is one thing that I see a lot of the times is when it comes to the regular Americans, when we are the complaint of the haves and the have-nots, the rich and the poor, rather in the middle class. A lot of that, the launch of that argument is done in the political realm. And what I begin to see is that's where a lot of the deceit kind of rests in. And you have one side saying it's the billionaire's fault. Another side saying, no, it's the other side's fault. Bump all that. We're going to talk about business, about finance. We're going to talk about, man, here's the question, man, why the government is printing money. Why they can't stop printing money, right? The title of this whole thing is why the government cannot stop printing money. Because we hear a lot of people tell me this, if they owe all this debt, why can't they just print the money and then pay the whole debt off? Which to me is the most uneducated question, respectfully, that I've heard. That lets me know that the person does not understand how the system works at all. And that's okay. We're gonna get them educated today, guys. So guys, let's dive into our first topic for today, guys, real quickly. You know how I walk this thing through. We've been talking about this Iran war as well, and I have a whole opinion about that. All right, but let's dive into my section. All right, guys, here we go. Come on, change it. Here we go. There we go. All right, guys. Here is what I want to get to. Is right now what's going on is we have a $40 trillion debt. Said it would sit with my chest. $40 trillion. That is not by accident. That is by design, in my opinion. Okay, let me say it again. We have $40 trillion in debt, and that number itself is a lie. It is not $40 trillion. It's actually over 200+ trillion, because in that $40 trillion number, right? Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security is not at all. That's called liabilities on the balance sheet. And how it's been calculated is what they call off-balance sheet accounting. If you and I did that, we would go to jail for fraud. Okay? That's what our government's doing now. So if you're going to talk about the digitization of the dollar, we're going to talk about banking, how money actually works, guys, all right? So first and foremost, let's bring a good buddy of mine. Love when we talk about one of the smartest guys I know when it comes to PNVC. This is Tom Ellsworth from the PBD podcast. We're going to talk about this debt. This debt is a real thing. It's nothing not new. Okay, this is not new. But guys, whether it's the Democrats or Republicans, we got a problem. We got a debt problem, and it's bad. Okay, it's really bad. So let's go ahead and bring in our partner real fast. Right? Let me get you right. And we're going to talk about, man, the debt itself. All right, here's Tom Ellsworth. Let's get into it. Here we go. One sec here, guys. Come on. I don't got it set up, guys. Give me 1 sec. I got you guys. Go on 1 second. I got you, big dog. This thing moves so slow sometimes. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's go and get to it. Here we go.
First up, the national debt, $39.2 trillion. You know that's up 36% since before COVID. And do you remember right about here, 2012?
Stop right there. He just said that the debt is up 36% since before COVID. Said it again. Since before COVID, 36%. So let's do the math. 6 years. In the last 6 years, we've printed more than 36% of our currencies total in the last 6 years. That's nearly 40%. And you hear both sides talking about, well, we should stop printing and balance the budget. That's a lot of crap. Guys, they can't. Again, the title of this is why they cannot stop printing. Guys, they can't stop printing. They can't. It's impossible. They can't. Do you want solutions? Oh yeah, Smoke. I want solutions. This is again. We on TikTok. Oh, I got you. I got the solution coming, Smoke. Don't you worry, brother. Your partner got you. We had to talk about where we're at right now, and then move to the solution. So let's talk about the problem right now. The problem: $40 trillion worth of debt. Okay, let's dive into here we go.
Mitt Romney and Barack Obama were in an election, and Mitt Romney said during a debate, you know, this debate was brought to you by the letter O and the number 16 trillion. And he was making a Sesame Street reference, but he was actually talking about the national debt. Well, since that time, 2012, we're basically 14 years later, and we are now double that. And that's what is a little bit nerve-wracking. Our debt is now 123% of GDP, which is the highest since World War II. It's time to work on the debt. We have to find a way to get it down. Some people say we're going to inflate our way out of it. I believe that if we cut down on the fraud, like hospice in Los Angeles and daycare centers in Minnesota, we could find billions and billions of dollars to use and adjust the budget in a different way. We can either kick the can down the road or get serious about who we elect and get angry about what we want them to do about it. Let's stop the fraud, waste, and abuse and see if some of that can transition into an actual balanced budget. We should demand the line item veto and the balanced budget amendment, and we should make sure that everybody that wants to be elected in our city, our state, our congressman, our senator, hears our voice on that. Those two things, trust me, will make a huge difference as we drive toward the future that we want. Next.
Here is what I would, I like me some Tom Ellsworth. Very smart gentleman. He is taken several countries to companies to market. Very smart guy. This is where I would disagree with Tom. There's no way that we'll be able to stop printing and stop the waste and fraud. There's no way. And that was the purpose. The purpose was to get it so big that there's no way you can actually stop it. That was the goal. It's called becoming too big to fail. That's the goal. And some folk don't want to talk about it. But it is what it is. Think about it. When it came to Doge came in, right? Doge. And with Doge, what you mean with Doge is this here, is that whole thing was they were trying to find waste, fraud, and abuse and get rid of it. Can you tell me why politicians actually fought against that? Why wouldn't you want to find the waste, fraud, and abuse? Unless you are benefiting from it. This is the reason why, guys, I say with my chest that they do not want to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. That's how the grift happens. So we got to stop saying we need to elect the right people. Now, I will agree. We need to elect the right people in charge. I agree 1,000%. But I believe it's not going to solve any problems because the waste, fraud, and abuse has gotten too big. Too big. I mean, what Doge was finding was what that was concerning, but to see the amount of vitriol that was going against that whole effect of trying to find race, fraud, and abuse. People were saying, well, people losing their jobs. If you have a job based on fraud, finish the statement. You see it? You got it? That's my problem when it comes to this. So again, they cannot and will not stop printing, because then if they do, what happens, guys, is folks stop making money. They have effectively monetized it. They've monetized fraud and abuse. They have. It has been monetized. People are making a ton of money doing it. Now that we got that out the way, and if you disagree, guys, you're welcome. You're welcome to come up. I'll put the link in the chat, guys. You can come up if you want to and talk to me about it. We can debate this all day long. I could probably say with my chest, you're not going to at all convince me in anything else. Sorry. Now we see what's going on with the debt. We got a debt problem. Debt problem. That's what it is. Now, no worries. Let's go to the next one, guys. All right, real quickly. The question that I get from a lot of really liberals, but more so a lot of communists and socialists, is why don't you just print the money? Just print the money. Just print it. And just pay it off that way. Okay. Let's answer that question without chested right now, guys. Let's see if that logic actually works. Let's just print the money, right? That's what they say. Just print the money. And that'll solve the problem. Okay, let's see what happens. All right. Here is how we answer that question. Here we go.
America owes trillions of dollars. Why doesn't it just print the money and pay the debt off? It sounds simple, but there's a huge problem. Printing more dollars doesn't create more houses, food, oil, factories, or workers. It simply creates more money, chasing the goods and services that already exist. If the amount of money grows much faster than the economy's ability to produce things, prices can rise, meaning each dollar may buy less.
Yes.
And there's another important detail. The U.S. government doesn't simply control a giant printer it can use whenever it wants.
Correct.
The Treasury handles government borrowing, while the Federal Reserve operates the monetary system and conducts monetary policy.
Correct.
So printing money isn't a magic button that makes debt disappear. You can change the number of dollars, but you can't magically create more real wealth. And here's the crazy part. The real question isn't, can America create more dollars? It's, what happens to the value of those dollars if it creates too many? Follow.
There we go. If your question is, hey, LaDale, why don't we just print more money and pay off the debt? Okay, following that logic, printing more money, which is a fiat currency, which is backed by nothing. We, the American people, we are the security for the debt. That's why it's called deficit spending. A word for deficit is deficient, which means not enough. We are literally borrowing from the future to pay for today's bills. That's asinine. That's dumb. But we do that. So how do we get past that whole ordeal? Don't you worry, your partner got you. So again, we cannot print more money to pay off debt, because by doing that, you devalue the money that you're working for. This is the reason why inflation is outpacing wages. Okay? We're talking banking. Banking. Okay, banking. Okay? Got it? All right. Now, let's go to the next video, guys. Let's bring in he's kind of one of my mentors to talk about continued discussion on what printing money out of thin air does for us. Okay, all right. Here is one of the goats in my opinion. This is Robert Kiyosaki. I had the honor of meeting this man in person. Good guy. Let's see what he has to say. Here we go.
But when you study money, every time you print money, two things happen: the rich get richer.
Yeah.
Poor middle class get poorer. And the reason for that is when you print money, so-called assets of value go up, but also expenses for food and things go up. So when you see homelessness increasing, the more we print money, more homelessness, because they can't afford the house.
Yeah.
This has been a really interesting thing that's happened that's in America right now, which is we had this crazy acceleration in the price of housing, and interest rates collapsed so that you could get a 30-year fixed rate mortgage below 3%.
But when you study money, every time you print.
So again, we study money. Every time you print, guys, what actually happens? The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. All right, and we said it again. When you study money and you follow the frequency of printing, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. We know there's a factor called inflation there, but how does the rich get richer? I know the answer to that question, but that should be the question people be asking. If printing causes a divide in wealth, how does the rich get richer? I know how the poor gets poorer. That's because of inflation. How do the rich get richer? Right? All right. That should be the next question. Right? That should be the next question. But before we go there, guys, let's begin answering that question: how the rich get richer. It's all tied to, guys. Again, we're talking banking, fractional reserve lending. Okay, let me say it again for the folk in the back row. Fractional reserve lending. All right, let's go in and bring our partner in. This is Mike Maloney of Hidden Secrets of Money. Love this gentleman. He's going to walk through how fractional reserve lending actually works, guys, it's going to look oddly familiar. Oddly familiar. It is. It's going to look really familiar. So let's dive into it and see what he has to say. Let's get into it. Here we go.
This is where the machine of currency creation really gets cranking, because this is where something called fractional reserve lending comes into play. Fractional reserve lending is exactly what it says. The banks are allowed to reserve only a fraction of your deposit and loan the rest out. Although reserve ratios may vary, I'm going to use a 10% reserve ratio as our example. If you deposit $100 in your account, the bank can legally take $90 of it and loan it out without telling you. The bank must hold $10 of your deposit in reserve just in case you want some of it. These reserves are called vault cash. But why does your bank account still say you have $100 if the bank has stolen $90 of it? Because the bank left IOUs it created, called bank credit, in its place. Now I know this sounds crazy, but here it is in black and white from the Fed. Commercial banks create checkbook money when they grant a loan simply by adding new deposit dollars in accounts on their books in exchange for a borrower's IOU. These are nothing but numbers that the banks type into their computers. And even though these bank credit IOU numbers are very different from base currency numbers because they only exist in computers, they are still currency. So now there is $190 in existence. Now, the reason people take out loans from the banks is to buy something.
Watch how it works.
They're going to buy a house or a car or something like that. So the borrower takes the $90 that the bank loaned to him from your account, and he pays the seller of the item. But then the seller deposits that currency into his account, and his bank loans out 90% of that and leaves bank credit numbers in its place. So now there's $271 in existence. This process repeats and repeats until under a 10% reserve ratio, an initial deposit of just $100 can create up to $1,000 of bank credit, all backed by $100 of vault cash, just 10%. But as I said, reserve ratios vary wildly. On some deposits, it's 10%, on others, it's 3%, and on some forms of deposits, reserve requirements are 0. The result is that the expansion of the currency supply by the banks is far greater than even this example would lead you to believe. So once again, when currency is deposited in the banks get to lend it out, and then it gets redeposited and relent, redeposited and relent, redeposited and relent over and over again, creating bank credit all the way. This is where the vast majority of our currency supply comes from. In fact, 92 to 96% of all currency in existence is created not by the government, but here in the banking system.
So stop right there, guys. That's called fractional reserve lending. That's what that's called. That's called fractional reserve lending. What it's called. That's how they're able to print so much money. Again, a 10%, and this is in some cases. Some is 0%. So you put $10 into the bank can loan out against that 10x. It's $100. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. So if you get up to $1,000, bank only has to have $100 in cash, but they've fractionally lent on that at a 10x ratio. So $1,000. You see, sometimes it's even $0. 0. Again, this is how banks think. I want you to think like a banker. A banker, guys. Okay? Let me say this real selectively. Banks don't always save. They're not in the savings business. You understand that when you actually have a savings account, it's a liability on the bank's balance sheet. Because they have to pay, although it's a small percentage, right? A dividend out to you. That's a liability. You got it? So they're not in the savings business. They're in the lending business. They're in the compound interest business, generating that. Think about it. When a bank gives you a loan to buy a house, let's say for $100,000, you're paying $300,000 back. That's a 3x return due to compound interest. they're saving faster than they're making money faster than you can ever save. You see how that actually works? You got it? Think like a banker. Now, I love Mike Maloney. Mike Maloney, guys. All right, here we go. Boom. Next, as we're going to talk about real quickly is now because of all the printing, the government, no matter if it's a Republican or Democrat, they're trying to find a solution to this printing issue because inflation. Because presidents, as you can see with President Trump, don't like the word inflation in a negative aspect. In other words, for it to affect on their legacy negatively. Because what happens is people want their ears tickled, and what happens is people vote based on what they can afford, right? Sometimes people will actually vote idiots into office because the idiot says that they can actually help them save more money, which is a lie. Got it? You got it? Okay. Now, let's get into it real fast, guys. So what the government did is they're trying to do something with these inflated dollars in America, right? This is when, I'm going to show this one first. This is when CBDC comes in. Central Bank Digital Currency comes in, guys. Digital banking comes in. They have to solve an inflation problem, an expansion of the money problem, monetary system problem. In steps in Trump. First, it was Biden with FedNow. Trump then, FedNow's whole approach was to replace PayPal and not PayPal, Cash App and Venmo. Right? Now what's happening is because Trump got elected, Trump then expedited the thing. Now you have the CBDC, right? Digital banking, digital dollar, right? Via the Stable Act, or the Genius Act, which is stable coins, and the Clarity Act. And I'm gonna go a little bit more deeper on those later on in the week. All right, or what that is. We're gonna pivot over to digital banking. Right now there's a deregulation of banking going on right now. And the strange thing about it is I was talking to some bankers about this at a high level, and I said, guys, I use the word deregulation of banking for my verbiage. I said, no, that's correct. It is correct. There's a deregulation of banking going on. Why do you think that Jamie Dimon is so afraid of this? And they recognize Jamie Dimon, who was the chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase. He's afraid of it. The legacy banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, right? PNC, Citibank, those are legacy banks, are in competition with digital banks, Chime, SoFi, PayPal, Stripe. Those are called digital banks. They're at war with them. War meaning from a competition, right? And the legacy banks are concerned. How did that come into play? Hey, let's go and bring in real fast. Let's go and look at it real quickly and get the facts. Let's get the facts. Here is Trump's whole play here, right? Here's his play to solve the debt problem, the inflation problem, and also to move the responsibility to pay the debt back from just the consumers first, but now to the globe. This whole Iran war is about one thing. It's about resetting the financial markets globally. What it's all about. It's about banking. Okay, let's get into it. Here we go.
Trump is about to turn every smartphone on the planet into an American bank account, and it could trigger the greatest economic boom in American history. It's called a stablecoin, a digital dollar anyone on Earth can hold with nothing but a phone, no bank required, and it moves across borders in seconds. Here's how that makes America rich. By law, every stablecoin must be backed by real dollars and U.S. government debt. So every person in Argentina, Nigeria, or Turkey who swaps their collapsing currency for digital dollars forces more American debt to get bought automatically. Now scale that up. Billions of people holding dollars for the first time ever. That's the largest expansion of the dollar in history. America prints the money, the entire world lines up to hold it, and the debt gets funded by global demand instead of American taxpayers. Other countries export oil and cars. America is about to export money itself. That's the boom almost nobody sees coming, and it's already being signed into law. Follow us to...
You guys see it? Did you see the other countries involved? You saw the printing continued, but the responsibility for paying back the debt went from the American people alone to the globe. To the globe, right? Other countries are trying to ship out goods. The U.S. is saying, bump that. We have the oil in Venezuela. We got that, right? We got that. We're going to send you guys our debt via stable coins. That's why they actually passed the Genius Act and the Clarity Act. You don't believe me? Walk with me. Walk with me, guys. Walk with me. The U.S. did something a couple weeks ago with Japan, with stable coins. Walk with me, y'all. Walk with me. Walk with me. I got you. Don't worry about it. The U.S. did something. What they do with Japan? I'm glad you asked, guys. Here's what they did with Japan. Here we go, y'all. Let's get to it.
Second reason, the Federal Reserve cannot raise interest rates. Scott Besson's little Japanese intervention tied the Fed's hands.
What?
Context. Japan is the largest foreign holder of U.S. Treasuries.
Correct.
About 1.1 trillion.
That's right.
But Japanese interest rates domestically keep going higher.
Yes, they do.
Making their bonds more attractive than ours.
What'd you say?
So Besson stepped in and used U.S. taxpayer dollars to buy Japanese assets,
Just say.
helping push down Japanese interest rates.
Oh.
Because the last thing we want is Japan selling our treasuries.
Okay.
Now here's where it gets interesting. The Bank of Japan meets on September 18th.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Our Fed meets just 2 days earlier. And if the Fed raises rates right before Japan's meeting,
Yes.
Japan would have to raise rates to keep up with us.
Yes.
And if we both raise rates,
Yeah.
Besson's move accomplished nothing. This is how interconnected the global financial system
Yes.
is. Hit follow
Yes.
if you want to understand how these ripple moves work throughout the entire...
Notice how he said the global things. Look at the timing. Look at the timing. The U.S. acquired Japan's currency, and Japan's currency was losing value. Yes, it was. And then the Bank of Japan is meeting on a day, and we're meeting 2 days before that time frame, and Japan's looking to see if we raise our rates. Why would Japan want us to do that? Why would they be focused on our market and not their own? Could it be that this Stablecoin Act, this Genius Act and Clarity Act, that play was used to acquire Japan's debt, therefore shifting responsibility for those inflated dollars to be paid for by Japan? A good buddy of mine, he's a private investor, let me know. He said, LaDale, when it comes to Great Britain, we should actually, get this, buy their debt. Why, LaDale? Well, it's simple. Because of the fact that the most attractive currency on the planet is the U.S. dollar. Now that we have digitized the dollar, it's really through stablecoins, and stablecoins, as the video said, is backed by the U.S. dollar and debt. Hello. We can use that mechanism to buy the debt, and then put language in there that really connects the Great Britain market to the U.S. market. Do you see what they're doing? Doing this moves allows for the government to continue to print money, expand the money supply, right? And they believe by doing it this way and shifting that onto the digital space through CBDC, which is digital banking, right? They can control inflation that way. This was a banking move the whole time, this war. It was a banking move the whole time. Notice how Trump is oddly calm. Why is Trump so calm? Notice his cabinet, they're oddly calm. Secretary of State, Secretary of War, the Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Treasury. You know, I call them the big four. Vice President, they're all calm. Why? What do they know that we don't know? And get this, there's one company that's always on the forefront of this thing, all the time. It's one company all the time, and the company starts with a B. BlackRock. Why are they always ahead all the time? Could it be they understand something that we don't understand? Could that be it? Could that be it? We are about to see. We are. Because of the fact that, because I believe that, give me 1 second, I'm going to find the video because it just came to my mind. Forgive me, guys. Is that it? Let's see here. I think, is this it? No, it's not it. That's not it. No, okay, not it. I found it, guys. But it seems like BlackRock is always at the forefront of things. Could it be that BlackRock understands something called banking and you don't? What about Vanguard? They understand banking and you don't. State Street is another one. They understand banking and you don't. Don't be getting mad at nobody but you. Right? Don't get mad at nobody mad at you. They're always at it. Now, if you don't believe me, here we go, guys. Let me get this video ready for you guys real fast. Where did it go? Is this it? Nope. 1 second, guys. I thought I had it. I don't have it, guys. I think I'm almost there, so I can show you what I'm talking about. No. Dollar exit, Trump checklist. Is that it? I think this may be it. No. Nope. Oh well, guys. I'll show it again at a later time. But I'll go through later on this week why BlackRock is always at the forefront. And this is the biggest company in the world. They have managed over $15 trillion. Okay. Now, lastly, guys, real quick, lastly, all right? Is that what I wanted? You know what? Here it is. I got it, y'all. I got it. Let's see. Is it? Come on. That's not it, guys. I thought I had it, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I had it. It's just not there. I'm sorry. I thought I had it, guys. My bad. My fault. I thought I had it, man. I'm pretty mad at myself. But anyways, because I forgot this video. This video actually showed me exactly what I wanted. And right now I cannot find it. All right, y'all. No. 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 All right, guys. I'm done, guys. I'll go into a little bit more of a detail about this so that you can understand why I'm saying BlackRock is always at the forefront. I think this is it. Is it? Yep, here it is. I got it, y'all. Here it is. I got it. I knew I'd find it. I knew I would, guys. Thank you, Lord. All right. Here is why BlackRock is always at the forefront. Always at the forefront. Could it be that they understand banking and you don't? You don't believe me? Okay. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Trump crashed the markets on purpose. And the same people who made billions on the way down just started buying everything back.
Stop right there. The same people that made billions on the way down while there was a market crash is now going to make even more money when it comes up. What do they know that you don't know? That right there. If you're listening, you should ask questions. How the hell can you make money like that? Keep going.
All year you watched stocks and gold bleed. Bitcoin cut in half to under 60,000. The media blamed the war and inflation, but it all traces back to one man Trump put inside the Fed, Kevin Warsh. The whole world expected rate cuts. Instead, he froze rates and let the markets drown. Why? America had trillions in debt to refinance,
debt problem.
and it could not afford the interest anymore. But when markets crash, scared money runs into one place.
To where?
U.S. Treasuries. Yields drop, and the biggest debt pile in history suddenly became affordable again. The crash was never an accident. It was the payment plan, and your portfolio paid for it.
Yep.
But this week, the payment cleared. The war is over. Oil is collapsing, and the same man who froze the markets suddenly said inflation risks have come down. That is the switch. BlackRock, $11 trillion under management, heard it and bought Bitcoin 5 days in a row while retail is still hiding. This is the moment in every cycle where fortunes quietly change hands. Insiders buy the bottom. The crowd buys the top. 4 months before the midterms, every light turns green exactly on schedule. The crash saved America's debt. The recovery is built to win the election. And for once, you are seeing the play before it finishes. Don't let fear decide for you. Follow Hano Crypto to be...
Did you see who was there? Did you see who was there? Did you see who was there? BlackRock. There they go again. BlackRock. There they are. Right there. BlackRock. What do they know that you don't know? What do they know that you don't know? Guys, I won't say the secret, but the solution is in digital banking. They understand banking better than you do. I know. Take it in. Take it in. I know. I mean, it maybe hurt your feelings. It's all good. They maybe know banking better than you do. All right, guys. Right now, what's going on? This is here. Right now, guys, what's going on with this here is there's a shift going on right now in the marketplace, and it's in the banking industry. Money is never destroyed; it's merely transferred. And those that know how to divorce their income from time will reap an immense harvest. Those that don't will remain in the same place they are right now, and maybe even worse, because you don't understand digital banking. Why does BlackRock and Vanguard and State Street and these big Fortune 1000 companies and Wall Street companies, how are they always ahead? Simple. They understand banking and you don't. The transfer of wealth is in banking. Right now, I've spoken to a bank auditor, to high-level bank executives, and we talked about this same solution. They said, oh, yeah, banking is where it's at. It's such a transfer. Get this. Jamie Dimon is afraid of digital banks. Never ever heard of JP Morgan Chase's chairman and CEO being afraid or concern of digital banks. Because there's a shift right now. Those that understand it are going to get wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. They are. So guys, here's what I've done for everybody. All right. I'm doing this every single day. Every single day, guys. Every day. I'm going live talking about this. I didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it just to help people out. All right. They want to do it, but I am. So what I am going to do is this here. I'm going to, one sec here. Boom. All right, here we go. I have made some information for people to be able to look at. It's free information to learn about this banking solution. Banking solution, simple. If you're on Rumble or YouTube, scan on the QR code on the screen, right? It's free information. Or click on the link below in the show notes. It's right there. It's free, right? Can't say that you don't know. If you're on a platform where you can scan the QR code, scan on it right there. And go ahead and view how banking deregulation is changing the game. Let me say it again with my chest. I never thought I'd be saying this. Banking deregulation is happening. It is a competition between legacy banks, the Bank of America's, Wells Fargo, so on and so forth, and digital banks, SoFi, Chime, PayPal, Dingo Blue. These banks are, what are they doing? They are looking to gain market share from the legacy banks. And they're looking to share this information with the regular consumer and invite them into the income proceeds. Let me give you an example, guys, real quickly. The average American uses their phone or debit or credit card, guys, 30 times per month. What if you're getting paid 5 cents, a nickel, each time someone swipes their card, debit or credit, or uses their phone? That's just one person. Multiply the times 10, 20, 50, 100. You see the velocity of money there? How it grows so much? Now let's go a little deeper. Someone needs a loan to buy a car, and you get paid on the interest of that car. Oh my God. Someone gets a direct deposit into their account from the paycheck, right? You actually make money for the money just sitting there in their account. That's how banks make their money, off of fees and interest. Digital banks are saying, we want to invite you guys into the ecosystem. This is a game changer. And again, this is how the BlackRocks, the Vanguards, State Streets, how they're always ahead, everybody. They understand banking. Through your partner, I'm gonna assist you there. So if you want free information, it's right there. Scan on the QR code right there on the screen, or click on the show notes below, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Free information. And if it's for you, great. If it's not, great, no problem. It is what it is. But you can't say you didn't know, because now you know, right? All right. So every single day at 3 p.m., your partner will be coming live on all platforms to talk about this. I don't want no excuses. No excuses. None. All right. So today we're talking about why they can't stop printing money, the government, right? Tomorrow, guys, we're talking about inflation isn't an accident. It's a feature. We're going to talk about why inflation is never an accident. That's part of their equation. Whether it be governments or banks, they are betting on inflation. And they're betting that you don't know about it or how to combat it. Oh, but don't worry, your partner got you. So tomorrow we're going to talk about inflation isn't an accident, it's a feature, right? This is one of the reasons why the BlackRocks and the wealthy get richer. They understand inflation from a banking perspective. Okay. But guys, hope I added some value today. Talking about debt in this way is maybe a little boring, but hey, you need to talk about it. It's here. It'll get more sexier and later on in the week. We have to if we're going to transform the mentality and get you into a banking perspective mentality for you to begin to benefit from fractional reserve lending, you gotta understand how banking works. All right, guys. Well, guys, God bless you. I will see you guys tomorrow again. If you want to learn more about banking, digital banking, free information, scan the QR code. You got number time. Number time. All right, guys. Well, God bless you guys. You know, I end it every time, every single time. Before you leave, baby, while you can, you see that thing, baby. Take that down picture and give it to your mama and them. Holla at your buddy. God bless you guys. See you guys tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace.
Right now, someone in your phone contacts is buying a coffee. Someone else just got a notification that their monthly subscription renewed. The average person taps their card more than 30 times a month and auto-pays nearly a dozen subscriptions. These are regular habits that lead to daily and monthly spending. But what if every single one of those microtransactions paid you? Introducing Dingo Blue, a powerful financial technology platform built for the way people actually live today. Powered by the ACN direct sales infrastructure, Dingo Blue gives your network a frictionless mobile account. 16.6 trillion. That's how much money is sitting in checking and savings accounts across the United States right now. Now, imagine getting paid when your customers simply do what they're already doing every day. When they keep a balance in their savings and checking accounts, you earn every single month a small percentage of what is in those accounts. When they tap their card for groceries, you earn. When they fill up their tank, pay their bills, grab a coffee, book a trip, or shop online, you earn. Every swipe, every purchase, every month. Every transaction creates another powerful opportunity to earn income through everyday purchases people are already making. Bills, gas, online checkouts, every swipe creates another opportunity. Dingo Blue aggregates those micro percentages, building a compounding residual pipeline directly to you. You acquire the customer once. You monetize their lifestyle indefinitely. No legacy fees. Total transparency. Banking services are provided securely by our licensed FDIC-insured partner bank, giving your network institutional-grade protection. Stop funding someone else's success. Start creating your own. Tap into your pre-approved marketing toolkit, connect with your network, and launch your Dingo Blue engine now.
To learn more about this banking as a service digital banking business model and to see how it can potentially benefit you financially to build wealth, click on the link below, scan the QR code, or DM me the word bank. I'll send you the details. Stay blessed and holla at your button. What's good, guys? It's your partner LaDale here, man. Hey, I always say that when it comes to real estate, I think this is the best time, the next 3 to 5 years is the best time, in my opinion, to begin to invest in real estate, whether you are a seasoned investor or a novice investor. This is the best time, in my opinion, to invest in real estate. Now, why would I say that? It's very simple. Whenever there is some stagnation within the real estate industry, that's the best time to get deals, right? Deals are what attract the capital, right? A good deal will always attract good capital. Now, what's a good deal? Well, I like buying distressed properties below wholesale. The skill to buying right is learning how to locate distressed properties in your city, county, or state. Now, the good thing about it is we are giving away a free ebook called distressed property investing. We talk about different ways of locating distressed properties in the city, county, state, what to look for, who to call, things of that nature. It is free. Once you master this type of skill of locating distressed properties, you'll never be broke ever again, because good deals attract the right capital. All right, guys? So to get the free ebook, click on the link below, scan on the QR code here on the screen, or you can DM us the word real estate and my team will get you out this free ebook. Again, it's completely free. Just want to get you this information so you can begin to get the bag while buying real estate. Stay blessed and holla at your butt.
Okay, so you did fixes and flips first, or were they? Now it sounds like you're more buying whole. Okay, so you're wholesaling first. Okay,
because I was broke. I had no credit. I had no money. So I had to get some money coming in. So I learned how to do wholesale.
And you were doing wholesaling at the good time too.
2000.
When it wasn't so saturated. There was.
I kind of saw the debacle coming. Okay, it didn't make any sense. I was like, wait a minute, how can you lend out to retail buyers 99.7%?
Yeah,
just a little bit of a down tick. It's insolvent.
And you got to remember, in some states, because I lived in Florida at the time, you could have loan to value above 100% of your property.
Right.
The first property that I bought, it was 110%. We left the bank with like $30,000.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
It was amazing to me. I was like, why am I not doing this all the time? But then clearly 08, 09 let me know why people shouldn't have been doing that all the time.
08, 09, that's why I made that lion's share of my money.
Wow. Okay.
Actually running from the cows, I was running to it.
Of course.
Because I saw it was coming.
Okay.
A lot of my business colleagues back then were buying flippers.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was wise for me to share 50% of my profit with Uncle Sam. He didn't do no work.
Okay.
So why would I give him free money?
Of course.
Okay, how can I make sure I'm still legal, but keep the lion's share of the cash flow?
Of course.
So I began studying the tax code with my accountants and CPAs, and I said, okay, I'm going to buy a whole lot of properties. Now watch this. I actually buy a lot of properties. I take home money when I actually acquire it. Every single time.
Okay, you need to break that down just a little bit.
If you'd like to learn how successful real estate investors make money when they acquire real estate, but not when they sell it, click on the link below, swipe up, DM me the word real estate to download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed. I'll let your partner and download the ebook today.